Mike Tomlin is a winner. Deal with it 2.0. G'day guys, welcome back to Steeler Nation Australia, and I thank you once again for checking out a video. Guys, we have the same topic that's been going on forever and ever and ever. And I keep saying it, and I'm finally like starting to get over it, man. I'm suddenly just like there's no real argument. In my opinion, Mike Tomlin is a winner. Deal with it. I made a video about 3 or 4 months ago or during the season about Mike Tomlin being a winner. And he 100% is, right? And I'm going to go through a few things about what I think about Mike Tomlin and what I think about the fan base and how we are so spoiled, so beyond spoiled to have a brilliant coach like Mike Tomlin and a lot of the fire Tomlin crowd, or I call them a tire Tomlin crowd. And I'm done with you. I'm so done with you because in my opinion, and a lot of people out there, right? Mike Tomlin is a winner and you need to deal with it, right? If you don't think that Mike Tomlin is a winner, you need to deal with that. And this is 2.0, okay? There is a representation out there about probably 5%, maybe 10% Steeler fans, and I get it. You can have your opinion. I understand that. But we have heard your opinion over and over and over and over. We've heard your opinion for the last 4 or 5 years, and all you say is after a loss is Mike Tomlin, fire Tomlin, every single time. It comes to a certain point that we understand your opinion, okay? We hear it. We've heard it a few times, right? But I've used this analogy before. I'm cheering on my Pittsburgh Steelers. I know a lot of you guys are, right? I am on the train. I'm up the front. I'm stoking the coal. I'm pulling down the horn, right? And the smoke's coming out. I'm up the front, leading the way, cheering my team on and supporting my team. Now, I see that I see their problems too. I understand we have lost four playoff games in a row. I get that. I understand that. I'm not completely biased, but I'm there supporting my team. This is the point, though, that every single time the Pittsburgh Steelers lose a game, we go out west and we lose a game, or we lose a game that we should win versus the Jets or whoever, that the fire Tomlin crowd comes out. And I'm sick of it. I'm actually done with it. It's so beyond dumb at this point, right? The reason why I bring this up is because Pro Football Focus ranked Tomlin, and we'll go into that in a minute. But firstly, I wanted to entertain the idea of the entire Tomlin crowd of what they think of Mike Tomlin. And in my opinion, there's four things that they cover. 4 things that they cover every single time we go out and lose a game, right? When we lose a game, no one seems to factor in that it can be hard to win a game, right? It's pretty hard to win a damn game. It's hard to win a Super Bowl, but we'll get into that, okay? I want to bring up 4 reasons what you guys, that the entire Tomlin crowd, their arguments, right? Let's start with Tomlin can't win a playoff game, which is completely false. Tomlin can't win a playoff game. Well, he has. His playoff record is 8-9. His head coaching playoff record is 8-9. He's been to 1 Super Bowl. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's won 1 and lost 1. Now, in recent times, sure, we have had that, 4 playoff losses in a row. And we're on a big drought. We lost to the Jaguars. We lost to the Patriots going into 51, which I was in Canada and I couldn't get there, right? We lost to the Jaguars, we lost to the Browns, and we lost to the Chiefs. But when you think about it, that Patriot team back in the day was a really hard and successful team, and they came back to win 28-3 over the Falcons, right? The Jaguars team, now I understand that Blake Bortles beat us at home, and it was a scoring match back and forth. That kind of sucks. That was a hard one to muster. I get that. We had a really good team with Ben. Now we got too overconfident with the Browns. We thought, in my opinion, I thought we should have beaten the Browns in week 16 or 17, the last game of the year. Once we beat them, then they would have been knocked out of the playoffs. I wish we had done that rather than play Mason Rudolph, and I think we lost that game, and then we had to verse them again the next week at home. They come out and they took care of business, and the Browns had that game, one and done. The last playoff game that we lost was the Chiefs, and I thought in that scenario, we were never meant to win that game 100%. There was no way with the team that we had, with Big Ben's pretty much last game of his career, slower, older, injuries to the O-line. There was Juju coming back. He was injured. There was no way we were meant to win that game. The defense tried their best. TJ Watt went out there, got a sack fumble, a forced fumble, ran away to the end zone 7-0. But then the Chiefs and my homies just took care of business and beat us at home in Chief Kingdom, which I should have, right? So with the argument being that Tomlin can't win a playoff game, I disagree 100%. He's won 8 and he's lost 9. In the last 4 he's lost. I'll just explain to you how that happened, right? The next point is they were this one really irks me, right? They were Coach Cowher's players. They were Coach Cowher's players. So in 2007, Mike Tomlin took over the Pittsburgh Steelers, and of course there is going to be Steelers who would go from Coach Cowher into Mike Tomlin. That's how the freaking NFL works. Do you not understand that? That's how the NFL works. You have players from one coach, and then another coach comes in. You're not going to get a whole brand new set of players. Are you joking? That is the most stupidest thing. As logic-based, is the stupidest thing ever. They were Coach Cowher's players. He drafted them, and we can only win with Coach Cowher's players. I don't care. I don't care if they're Coach Cowher's players. It is absolutely dumb, right? On the defense, we had Aaron Smith. I'm reading it now, to refresh my memory. It's been a long time. Casey Hampton, Brett Kiesel, Clark Hagan, James Farrier, Larry Foote, James Harrison, Ike Taylor, Townsend, Paul Amamu, and on the defense, San Antonio Holmes, Willie Parker, Big Ben, Hines Ward, Heath Miller. Oh, okay, well, we can't play the game because they're Coach Cowher's players. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That is an actual fact. The reason why you hate Coach Tomlin is because they're Coach Cowher's players. We can't play with Coach Cowher's players. That is dumb. Absolutely dumb. Go kick rocks if you think that. Okay, the next argument is Tomlin can't win big games. False. 100% false. And I'll bring up one example. Who remembers last year in 2021 that the Pittsburgh Steelers were going into Buffalo and they were counted out from pretty much off-season? From the whole off-season, that Mike Tomlin was counted out the whole time. The Pittsburgh Steelers can't go into Buffalo and win that game. Can you refresh my memory who won? Exactly. The Steelers won. So get out of town. Go kick rocks with that, right? And you know what? I'm going to lay it all on the line here. If the entire Tomlin crowd, if you support the team and cheer on the Steelers, what you should be doing, if they go into Bengal territory, and if you think that Tomlin is the worst coach and he needs to be fired, and he goes into the Bengal territory and wins that game, right? If he wins that game, you've got rocks in your head. Because if you still want to fire Coach Tomlin after going into the AFC Championship Bengals, AFC North 2021 Bengals, and they beat the Bengals as the underdog, and you don't appreciate Tomlin, you got rocks in your head, all right? Rocks in your head and go kick rocks. Last one, Tomlin loses easy games. First of all, it's the NFL. There is no easy game. I know we say, well, we verse the terrible Jets, or we verse the struggling Giants, or we go out to where the Raiders are playing awful. There is no easy game. You tell that to a player that they're the 32nd best team in the league, maybe like the Jaguars. There is no easy game. So that to me is not an argument. It is not an argument, right? Because the reason why I bring that up is if Tomlin loses the easy games, it sure looks like he wins them too. He has a head coaching record of 154, 85 losses, and 2 ties. Oh, but Mark, Tomlin's not a winner. Tomlin's a winner. You need to deal with it. Tomlin is a winner 100%. This is Tomlin is a winner 2.0. And I do hope people see this. I hope that Steeler fans see this. And you know what? I don't really care if you do not enjoy my opinion, right? I don't care. You can enjoy my rant and have fun with it. I get that, right? But at the end of the day, we're on the same team. We're driving the same train. We're going the same direction, right? And the fact is that Tomlin is a winner, right? And according to Pro Football Focus here, whatever they do, the football guys, they have Mike Tomlin, Pittsburgh Steelers, at 13. And we'll go through some of the coaches. Okay. Now, I'm going to say, look, Bill Belichick, of course, he is the mastermind, number 1. John Harbaugh, number 2, Baltimore Ravens. Okay, if John Harbaugh is number 2, the Pittsburgh Steelers have beaten the Ravens 4 times in a row. The Pittsburgh Steelers have beaten Lamar Jackson 5-1. So if he's number 2, wouldn't that make Mike Tomlin a bit higher than 13? Andy Reid, I get that, number 3. Here we are, Cliff Kingsbury, for sure. He's done some great things in Arizona with Murray. Pete Carroll, I get that. He's been a sound guy. Green Bay coach LaFleur, 100%. Kyle Shanahan, yeah, he's fairly new to the program of 49ers, but Mike Vrabel, 100%. He's up there too. Frank Reich, he's doing some good things over there with a Colts good team. Mike McCarthy, well, they're a bit, 8-8 and whatever. Sean McVay just went out and won Super Bowl, 100%. Brandon Staley, he's fairly new too with the Chargers. Then you have Mike Tomlin, who's a winning head coach, never had a losing season. Right? Never had a losing season. You think about that. You think about all the teams that are trying to go to the Super Bowl and trying to win. They haven't won a Super Bowl, right? I think there's still. What is it? Is it 12 teams? 12 teams have never won a Super Bowl, right? And 4 or 5 teams have never been. And Mike Tomlin has the chance. He gives us the chance every single year to go to the playoffs in the dance, right? Every single year. Because he's never had a losing season. And then someone will say, well, the standard is standard. You need to go out there and win Super Bowls. You need to do this. How do you go out and win Super Bowls without winning games? Oh, but that doesn't count. He can win all the games in the regular season, but he needs to go out and win the Super Bowl. Yes, but how do you get to the Super Bowl? You need to win games. Mike Tomlin is a winner, and you need to deal with it, okay? 154 wins, 85 losses, 2 ties. Mike Tomlin is a winner, and you need to deal with it. Done.